All right, have and have not fans. Now, in this particular video, it's kind of an open discussion with my just thoughts on the situation. Jeffrey is alive, pretty obvious based off the preview for next week. I'd already done the trailer breakdown for Second Chances. Pretty sure it's safe to say Jeffrey and Justin are both alive based off the various clips. And this video is kind of just my thoughts on the whole situation. You know, the bait and switch, the cliffhangers, the emotional reactions from characters. And in terms of the acting last night, well, I'm recording this Wednesday, so yeah, last night's episode, I think it was very good. I think the only real misstep, in my opinion, was the whole situation with Madison calling the Harringtons without getting confirmation that it was actually Jeffrey in the ambulance. And I feel like that was one of the biggest things that really rubbed me the wrong way about the episode. But other than that, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Could it be because of the lack of Justin and Jeffrey in terms of physically being on screen? Maybe. Could it be about the reactions? Yes, and this goes back to what I've been saying before. When it comes to character deaths, it really doesn't matter about how much I love or hate a particular character. What really matters is how the characters around them act when they're gone. And that's why I said, you know, if Jeffrey was killed off, it would really be a good way of moving the story forward, because we would have to see the aftermath of, okay, how will Veronica react? Not just because she lost her only son, but that was her chance at having a grandchild. What about David? The guilt of, well, not dragging his ass out of the house when he had the chance. And then Madison, you know, even though he just got to know Jeffrey, it's the situation of, I tried my best, but I didn't do enough. You know, I was afraid of him being mad at me, but at the same time, that actually could have saved his life. But Madison did nothing wrong, because he actually did send the address to David. David went over there. He just did not get his son out, even though he had every opportunity to. But at the end of the day, Jeffrey's own damn decisions led to him going over there. So I think that I'm not upset that Jeffrey's alive, because in the video I did Is Jeffrey Dead, which is about to hit 70,000. Guys, you all have been blowing me away the past week or so with the support on this channel. Last Wednesday was when I did the video Is Jeffrey Dead, and that video is, I don't want to jinx it, but it might hit 100,000 soon. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how far it's going to go due to the fact that the preview pretty much spoiled that Jeffrey's alive, but I went into deep detail. But I think that Tyler Perry should have killed him off. And no, guys, it's not because I'm tired of him and I want him to go. I think it goes deeper than that, to what I was just saying, that showing how characters react to death would actually move the story forward, because based on the preview for next week, okay, so we know it's the next day. Okay, it's the next morning. Veronica's going to go over there, knock on the door. Jeffrey's going to open it. Then David's going to show up, and it looks like there's going to be a throwdown in the parking garage between, you know, Justin, Jeffrey. Veronica's going to jump in. David's going to try to calm Veronica down. What I don't want to see is Jeffrey defending Justin. But guys, I think that's going to happen. Here's the thing. I want to hear the justification. No pun intended, Justin, justification. I don't even know if I want to hear it, but let's just see what Jeffrey comes up with to justify why, after Justin pulled out guns on himself and Jeffrey, pulled the triggers, why he ended up staying the night. Now, were they blanks? I don't know, but let me just try. Okay. What if it was a situation where, for whatever reason, they were both knocked out the entire night and they just woke up? Okay, you know what? Ridiculous as it sounds, I'll give them that. But why in the hell would Jeffrey literally just voluntarily stay the night until the next morning, after Justin pulled out guns and pulled the triggers? I can still help him. Shut the fuck up, Jeffrey. I'm done. Like, if that is his weak ass excuse, then I just have no words. I will be pissed off that Tyler Perry did not kill him off, because and I touched upon this in my trailer breakdown for Second Chances, when it comes to, Benny and Hannah at the bank, and they're about to sign the documents, but then all of a sudden the banker's like, so how much money do you think is in here? Wait, what? Where'd the money go? And I'm like, okay, another mystery, but guys, give them just. We do not need to drag this on. Just get the money back. You already had a plan. Catherine was going to give you the interest money. Benny could pay off the loans, and then Benny would help Hannah pay the money back and never take money from people like that again. Great. Finally, we can move forward. But, oh no, here's another red herring. So how much money do you think is in here? What? No. Same thing with Jeffrey and Justin. In the next episode, it looks like Jeffrey's back at David's house, and then it's like, me and your mother being back together, it's not what you think. So it looks like, it looks like Veronica's just going to leave the scene at the parking garage based off, David putting hands on her just to calm her down. Then we know she goes to the police station. So one could assume that, David does what he should have done the night before and drag Jeffrey's ass back to his house. Then Jeffrey's going to have an attitude about it. But then on top of that, he's probably going to say like, well, how come I can't be with Justin when you're with mom? Shut the hell up, Jeffrey. God. Look, I know I'm sounding a bit agitated, but it's really going to piss me off if even after being shot in the freaking head, he's still going to stand by him. And guys, I know David stayed with Veronica through a lot more than a gun to the head. But at the same time, we just need to let this storyline go. I'm just done with it. I think that I'm not mad at Tyler Perry for pulling one over on everyone, because that's what this show is about. The cliffhangers are what keep the show going. But at the same time, you can only fall off the same cliff. You can only be hanging from the same cliff, on, the same tree branch for so long before it gets old and you just want to fall. And I feel like we're suffering from this on the haves and the have-nots. Now, I'm not mad from a content creator standpoint. My channel blew up last week around the same amount of increase in numbers as when Ian was a potential baby daddy for Alex. Like, that really shot the numbers up. Like, when the show was it was good but kind of dull, but then all of a sudden, boom, oh snap, another player. But this has just been going on for far too long. This whole Jeffrey defending Justin no matter what, and then just, well, you're with mom, how come I can't be with Justin? No. But then that begs the question, who's underneath that sheet at the hospital? I have to admit, I think it's just a John Doe. I think it's the correct term. It's just another random black person, and that's it. I don't think it's a big mystery. I don't think it's Erica. I don't think it's Derek. I just think it's a random black person who just happened to be on Spanish Moss Trail in the midst of a shooting. And Keisha was like, not two, it's one gunshot wound. The paramedic was working on the other one. So once again, I'm not blaming Keisha at all, because Madison was the one that got this thing going. I need to call his dad. Hey, see if you can try him on another phone. And then that's how she got Veronica. Yeah, they could sue the hell out of this hospital. And once again, it's Madison making a knee-jerk reaction. It's kind of like, when David had that heart attack and then Justin and Jeffrey were standing outside the room and Madison was talking. And then Jeffrey kept asking questions and Madison was like, I can't tell you. But then he started to say a couple of things. But then Justin's like, well, if you're not supposed to tell, then, shut up. That's one of the few times that Justin was actually legitimately right about something. The same thing here until you get the full story. And once again, it goes back to these calm, cool, and collected characters making emotional decisions that actually make things worse. Because think about it this way. Madison made an honest mistake, even though it was a real stupid one. So you just gave Veronica more ammunition to, you kind, it's in your DNA, you're liars. Yeah, she can actually use that against you now. And to be honest, you most likely are lucky she won't try to sue the hospital. I think she's more focused on getting rid of Justin, but at the same time, they could literally sue the crap out of that hospital if they wanted to, for good reason. So, Jeffrey being alive, what's going to happen next? Justin's going to jail. We know that much for sure. Will Jeffrey find out, though? Let's be honest here. I would not be surprised if he actually goes back to the damn apartment after Justin has been arrested without knowing where he's gone. He'll probably try texting Justin and calling Justin with no answer, but then all of a sudden he's in jail and he doesn't know. If he finds out Veronica did it, will he lash out? Possibly, but I mean, Jeffrey's nothing more than a Wyatt at this point, a whiny, rebellious child making dumb decisions, and it's almost like just leave him to your own devices, but do it all screen. If Wyatt wants to go with the Malones, go, boom, you'll be dead, and that'll be the end of that. If Jeffrey wants to be with Justin, let him be with Justin, then boom, if he ends up dead, that'll be the end of that. But why are we dragging this on? I do not know. That's why I said I am happy this here the show is renewed for a new season. Season 9 is going to be filming within. I don't want to get to the point where it's like, hey, you know what? The Cryers still don't have their inheritance money, and then we don't need to go that far. The Malones still don't have the money from Benny, yada yada yada. I don't know. I mean, and I don't want this video to come off extremely negative, but how many more times are we going to deal with this? Remember, this is said to be the most emotional season yet. Now, off the top of my head, when I think the most emotional season, what things would create that atmosphere this season? Candace being taken away from Charles. That's definitely going to be emotional. I can see that happening. Trying to think what else. I mean, we'll probably get a lot of tender Candace and Hannah moments. I'm trying to think, is there anybody I really care about on the show that would have an emotional moment like that? I think the Jeffrey thing may have been the climax, because now that he's alive, it's going to cause more backlash within the family when you think about it. Like, he'll still be trying to mess around with Justin. Then if Veronica takes things to her own hands and puts Justin away, Jeffrey's going to be pissed off at that, then try to get vengeance on her. It's going to be a hot mess. And, it does seem a bit emotional in the preview for next week when Jim is like, do you want to bury another child? I could see that. But what will happen now is like, oh no, is Wyatt killed by the Malones? And then Jim and Catherine react to it, but then he's actually alive. Oh, man. It's hard to put my feelings aside. There's a side of me that's the reviewer, but then there's the part of me that's the fan, like how I react to things when I see them, versus how I absorb and react to those things when I get behind my microphone to talk about it. And I just think that how many times can we have these moments before they get stale? Like, I do think it was pretty damn clever in terms of the effective misdirection Tyler Perry gave us, but the trailers we got over the past couple months really revealed too much, so the mystery about Jeffrey's death really wasn't a mystery. I think the big mystery was who is under that sheet at the hospital. But to be honest, based off everything, I think it was Derek knocking at the door. And I don't think that the person underneath the sheet is anyone that they know. I mean, just based off the fact that we kind of jumped quickly from Madison and David over the body. Then next thing you know, David's over at the apartment. So I doubt that it's somebody important. I could be wrong, but I did that video on who's underneath the sheet. Whose body is David viewing, and I did say, Justin, Derek, Erica, Jeffrey, or a question mark, just a random person, and it looks like it's a random person. So I guess really I'm more interested to see what the fans think. Like, what do you think of this twist? Are you happy Jeffrey's alive? I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they wish he would just get killed off. And I'm not going to lie, if we come to this next episode and he's still blindingly, annoyingly defending Justin, I would have to agree. I think that I'm more disappointed, not that he's not dead because I hate Jeffrey. It's just that I'm a bit disappointed that Tyler Perry didn't kill him off, because I think that would have been a ballsy move. And it really would have showed, okay, Jeffrey's dead, so how is the story going to move forward from there? So with that being said, let me know your thoughts on the whole situation. I do think it was a clever ruse. I mean, people were talking, and the numbers on my channel show it, that people did care. It's like, oh my God, they killed him off. What's now? The question now is what's next? We'll just have to wait and see. So as always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it around, and as always, on top of what I just said, liking the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I mean, the numbers are really coming in. 100,000 looks more and more obtainable each passing moment. And let me know what other parts of the episode you want me to talk about. I got a few I want to break down, like, Mitch asking for 75,000 when it's actually 50,000 that the Criers owe the Malones in order to maintain the peace. I do have a theory about that. Scott getting the information from Broderick, my gosh, shit is going to hit the fan when it comes to Candace. And yeah, be sure to let other people know. I know there are various Facebook groups out there for the haves and the have-nots, and other social media outlets. Make sure you get the word out about the channel. That way we can bring more people and talk about the show. And links to my social media are in the description below. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.